Hello internet, and welcome to this very short video on the TypeScript Nullish Coalescing operator. This was a new operator that TypeScript added in 3.7, I believe. So what I've got set up here at the moment is just a TypeScript config file that's got some strict stuff in there, so it will moan if we do things wrong. And then I'm going to quickly go to a quick example file and show you what the operator can do. So, if we create a basic variable here and just make it a string and give it the option of being undefined, and then set it as undefined, in this case, it being undefined, you shouldn't really set things deliberately as undefined, but whatever. In this case, we're going to do that. And then I create a variable called result, which should just be a string. And then I try and assign test to result and then log the result. What's going to happen is, because I've got strict mode on a TypeScript is going to moan that this nonsense here can't happen, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to set a variable that could potentially be undefined to a variable that can only possibly be a string. And just to prove that, I'll run this down here. And you'll see, yeah, so the TypeScript moans type undefined is not assignable to type string. Now, this is where the nullish coalescing operator comes into effect. So what we can do with TypeScript is we can use type narrowing. In this case, we could do something like this. We could add a simple ternary statement. And in the case that test is truthy, so this coalesces this into a Boolean, and this in this case will be truthy, because, well, this would be false actually, because we have this undefined. But in the case that it would be truthy, we would just assign the result to test. And in the case that it's not, then we could just give it a fallback value, which is, in this case, hello. I'm going to get back into that file. And if we were to run this, it will happily allow that now, because now TypeScript is able to basically narrow the type of this from string undefined to string. Now the problem is this is a bit of a pain. That was a lot of stuff to type. What we can do instead now with the nullish coalescing operator, if I'm in the right window, is we can get rid of this, and just swap the whole thing for 2 question marks like that. So now what this is saying is, evaluate this to a Boolean. If this happens to be true, then use this. Otherwise, use this fallback value, which in this case is hello. So if we come down here again, and we run the same thing again, it works perfectly. So that is what the nullish coalescing operator does. I hope this has been interesting in some degree. Arrivederci, au revoir, guten Tag.